JC here for RetireCheap.Asia. You know, I'm usually telling you about really cool things that I find over here in Thailand or Southeast Asia, things that are cheap, just the perks of living over here. Somebody actually from YouTube asked me a question, personal question on my YouTube channel, that they had a person that was over here for, I think, say 5 years or something, a female North American, and she said that Thais hate foreigners. And I didn't respond right away because I didn't want to be sort of reactive, but I wanted to sit and think about it for a few minutes, and I thought about it for overnight and posted back can I ask you a question? This was my response. Can I ask you a question? Is it possible that the Thais didn't like your North American female friend? You know? I think that's more of a possibility than it would be that Thais don't like foreigners. I think that was a major generalization, and I think one person's opinion doesn't represent a general population's opinion of a certain type of people. So that was my response to that. But now I have another response for you, because, you know, sometimes I understand, you know, I'm over here, but I still keep in touch with all the things that are going on back home. And it's really worrying me. It's worsening from what I understand and what I know from people that are in the business of forecasting the future. It's going to become more dismal and bleak, but all these news reports are coming up and surfacing, and they're getting worse and worse. And I always use the analogy that it's like the fish in the hot water, or the frog in the hot water. Depends how you like the story, but anyway, it's like you throw the frog in the water and start turning up the heat, and the frog doesn't know he's getting ready to boil to death until it's too late. And this is what, you know, I start reading these reports, and it's like they just sort of pass the news wires, you know, and it's like, it's not shocking to most people, but it's really shocking to me. So this is the one I want to comment on. It actually came out on November 18th. It says, poll finds Americans pessimistic about retirement goals. Okay. Now, it says, forget about retiring at 55 or 65, or perhaps even 75. A quarter, 25%, of middle-class Americans feel that they will have to work until they're at least 80. 80, can you imagine this? This is unacceptable to me. My jaw dropped when I read this. To afford a comfortable retirement, if retirement is even the right word, given that many of these people may never actually retire. Is this acceptable to you? It's not acceptable to me. This can't happen. This is absurd. Okay? That conclusion, in a survey released this week by Wells Fargo and Company, found that nearly 3/4, this is 75%, of Americans expect to continue working into what long has been retirement age. A little more than half of those, 50% of those, said they'll need to work to pay their bills, while the rest said they want to keep working. The last part, I'm not buying at all. They want to keep working? What, when you're 70, 75, 80, you want to work? Bullshit. This is crazy. I'm not buying it. The survey was the latest of many, showing that many Americans are dangerously, I like that word, dangerously unprepared for retirement. With only limited savings, many people are realizing that they either must work longer or dramatically scale back their lifestyles, or both. Now, dramatically scale back their lifestyles. This is why I want to show you options, because you can dramatically cut back your expenses without having to dramatically cut back your lifestyle. So that's what my whole premise is to RetireCheap.Asia and RetireCheapJC's channel here on YouTube. Okay? More than half, this is more than 50%, of middle-class Americans in the Wells Fargo survey said they must slash their current spending significantly. I agree with that. Slash your spending. And there's a lot of ways to do that, but you know, you can either move to Arkansas, where it's going to be really easy, or move to southern U.S. and live in a trailer or something where it can be significantly cheaper to live, and it'll be really easy, but there'll be no adventure, no excitement, and you might be missing a few other things as well, but those are on the other videos. Okay, so anyway, the average person has squirreled away a mere 7% of their hoped for retirement savings. So they had a goal, but they only accomplished 7%. Why? A median of just $25,000 versus a desired goal of $350,000 according to the survey. So in other words, they wanted to have $350,000 socked away when they hit retirement age. Now, realistically, it's going to look more like $25,000. 3 in 10 in their 60s have less than $25,000 in savings, suggesting they will have no choice but to live on Social Security. Okay, so how much is your Social Security check going to be? Are you going to be able to live in America on it? That's always the question. If not, how are you going to supplement this income and supplement it in a way that you'll be able to live comfortably? So how much is that is the key question. Okay, back to the news article. Pessimism may be a sign of the times. Duh. A new survey by Yahoo Finance found that 41%, almost half, of people ages 18 to 64 believe that the American dream is out of reach. Well, they're just realizing this, eh? The American dream has been out of reach for a long time. You have to have pretty long arms to reach that. The poll found that 37% of people have no retirement savings at all. Let me repeat the last sentence. This scares me. The poll found that 37% of people have no retirement savings at all. None. Why? Well, the assets, real estate assets are gone. Any kind of maybe investments that they made in stock market or something like that have been decimated. So they're left with their Social Security check. So this is scary to me. I got to tell you. I mean, this isn't acceptable to me. We got to figure out how you can live comfortably, how you can actually have a great quality of life on the budget that you're going to be living on. That's the goal. Let's figure this thing out. Check out the videos. Either sign up for the membership site. We got a lot of detailed information. We launched it a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago, and we're getting a lot of members in there. The forum is really going nuts with a lot of communication, so that's really cool. I hope to see you in there. And but remember, this is not an option. I always end all my videos. Remember, there's always an option. Well, this isn't one of them. You got to be able to figure this out. We got to get you to a place where you can be happy in your older age. I mean, I remember growing up, it was like 62, 65, man, you know, it's going to be kicked back. The golden years, we called them. What are we calling them now? I don't think golden is the right word anymore for this. This is just nuts, okay? So I'm going to keep digging these things up and reading them to you, because maybe I can wake you up and realize that that water is getting hot and it's time to jump out, okay? So remember, there's always an option. JC out.